Welcome back, guys. Okay, we are not making this Lokean gaming either. It feels like I have developed a habit on this channel. We're actually not going to do God of the Day. We're actually going to take a break and we're going to talk about the holidays a little bit more. And I had an experience today that I'm sure a lot of you have had during the holidays. And it doesn't just have to be the holidays, but I'm thinking holidays especially. Part of it is, in a way, we get too much. I got all these games on the Steam sale. I haven't even been able to play them all yet. And so I have too much. It's wonderful in some ways to have an abundance, but in some ways you feel like a little kid. Have you ever seen a little kid have a meltdown at Christmas? Because they've got the stocking, they've got all the toys, and it's just too much. It's too much. And they start to cry. And they can't tell you why. It's not happy cry, it's just frustration cry because there's actually too much of a good thing. This does exist. Though some people say it's wonderful, sometimes we need a couple minutes to adjust because sometimes it is overwhelming. For example, I got a whole bunch of Steam games. Had I bought one, I would have spent all the time I did with all the games on one, and I would really be enjoying it. But when you get a bunch at once, there's kind of that tendency to run through this game and go to the next and go to the next. The same thing for that poor little kid sitting there, Christmas Day, with 5 million toys and a stocking, and it's just too much. It's too much to play with. And the adults laugh, but it really is overwhelming for them. So we can get overwhelmed too with too much good stuff. And it's also that at the same time that you're sitting there with your pile of too much, and this is not you being greedy, by the way, this is just how our minds work. Even though this does not replace you going to, to study science or anything else. Um, we can think of the things we'd really like to get, right? We got all these wonderful things. We probably got just what we wanted in a lot of cases. But oh my goodness, the Steam sale is still going on to the second, guys, and I could have gotten this puzzle pack and that thing and this meditation game, and oh my goodness, it would only be so much more. Now, I know from experience that as much as I'm enjoying these games right now, it's kind of because it's a holiday, and the holiday just feels right to go in and get some games and play for me. Maybe for you it's books or clothing or something else. But we have to remember there's always going to be other sales, other chances, and, more time in our life. We don't have to do it all now. It feels like we have to, but we don't have to do it all now. I bring it up because Odin asked me today. He said, "You seem kind of down." And I said, I really don't know why. We got up, found out my one fan's broken, but that wasn't it. I was like, I'm actually surprised it lasted as long as it did, so it wasn't the fan bothering me. Got some really wonderful personal news today, so it wasn't that bothering me. And I said, I think because we have sometimes unrealistic expectations. We've actually started our Yule a little bit early, because honestly, coming over from Catholicism, even though I've done Yule for over a decade now, I'm still really not sure when we're supposed to start. Like, do we start at the exact time, scientifically speaking? Do we start the day before, and is dawn Yule, or what? I get confused, and there are different times for Europe and America, so we usually start very low key. We treat the day before as Yule Eve, so we're kind of doing Yule Eve today. And then, sometimes the overwhelming thing can be too, you might be doing Yule on your own, and then doing Christmas with someone else, and then doing another holiday with someone else. And it's all wonderful, it really is, but it's all kind of piled up on top of each other. And And sometimes that can be a blessing and wonderful, and we're running from one thing to another, especially if we have a lot of energy. But if we're feeling run down or we're already feeling low energy, that can get very overwhelming. So I'm going to give you permission that if you have to slow down and just do what you can handle, that is perfectly okay. You don't have to feel guilty. Lucky's like, it's turning into a therapy channel. Yeah. But you he's right. You seriously do not have to feel guilty to say to anyone, including yourself, that you're just not up to a party or a dinner invite or anything else. A gift exchange, whatever it is. If you're not up to it, it doesn't matter why you're not up to it. You don't just have to be, feeling low energy or feeling sick. You just might not want to do it, and that's fine. Just explain to the people involved that you're sorry, but you're just, you're not up to it. And I actually chose this jungle because it's about as far as I can get from the holidays. And I don't know about where you live, but here in America, since before Halloween, we have been seeing Christmas commercials and Christmas items in stores. And it will last until sometime after February. So, quite honestly, as much as I can love the holidays, and I do love that secular side to Christmas, it can drive me insane. And sometimes it's like a breath of fresh air to do something or anything else. That's another thing. It's okay to take a mental health break. It's totally okay to go, you know what? I love this Yule, I love the Allfather, I love Loki, but I really need to get away from this for a couple minutes. The gods will understand. And that, I think, was our final point. If you're not up to a ritual, if you really don't celebrate the holidays, and a lot of pagans don't, that's okay. The gods, the way paganism works, or spirituality, religion, whatever you want to call it, works, is not the gods keeping a book of everything you did and having special rewards for you if you celebrated a holiday or punishments if you didn't. The gods want us to be happy. If we want to celebrate Yule and it means something to us, great. But it really doesn't matter if we get the right day or the wrong day or we don't celebrate it at all. I was reading articles today and it said that originally Yule ran for 2 months, and I thought, oh no, we're not. I looked at Oda and I said, I think they made that part up. Statistically speaking, you would have had to have so much stuff ready for Yule. You would have had to be the Martha Stewart of a Viking era to have that much stuff ready to go. Maybe a Jarl or someone could have kept it up for 2 months, but I'm like, I think after the first couple weeks, even like a 2-week festival, I think that would be more than enough, because I think the gods would have ran away after that. But you do you. If you want to do it all too much, you go ahead. You're going to be running into a lot of other holidays, and people are going to be looking at you when it's January, like mid-February, but hey, you do you. And that's the thing. There's no right way or wrong way to do it. There are people that are going to tell you, oh, you have to have the candles, and you have to have the cut greens, and you have to have... You might not be able to have it. You might not want to have it, and that's fine too. So we're just doing something actually really low-key. I got a block of cheese, one of those, I guess it's cheese, blocks, so the kind of budget we're talking about here. And I got a little, I guess it's meat at the gas station. So the guess it's cheese, guess it's meat plate with some pretzels and stuff like that. We're doing something really simple. I got my Christmas invite and it's going to be ham. And so I gently explained to Freyr, I said, is it okay if we save ham for New Year's? Because, oh honey, I don't want to eat ham Yule, eat ham the next day, and then eat ham Christmas. I will be ready to hurt somebody. And he said, that's fine. And that's it too. Tailor your celebrations to what works for you. My friends always cook ham. My family always cook turkey. Maybe you are going to do something totally else. Loki knows I have a little bit of kind of like instant pizza somewhere. I think that's what he's angling for Christmas Day. So, you know, you do what makes you happy. And we just wanted to kind of give you this background and kind of give you time to decompress and look at something that isn't a car commercial and isn't selling you something. Oh, lordy Lou. And it doesn't have anything to do with all the craziness in the world. We just kind of wanted to bring you into this experience. And now that we're here, I can take you guys on a tour because this actually it would not quite work for Lokean Gaming. So while we're here, guys, let's go on a tour. I will show you this. Okay, there's meditate for copyright reasons. I'm not going to go into the meditations, but there are audible meditations, like 5 or 6 of them. There's weather. You want to see snow? I will show you snow. It's not me trying to be me. Ta-da! Snow. So there's things like this in this package, and I will give you guys the link over. It's on sale now, and I love, you guys know I love my little meditation apps, but it's like anything else. It's a fun toy for a while, and then all of a sudden it's just not so fun anymore. It's why we have the holidays, so we can go out and get new toys. Wheel call might be nice. Oh, isn't that nice? Can't you feel all the tension just leaving your body? This is so nice, especially if you put your headphones on. This is nice. It's only a couple bucks, and it plays on your, I think it was like $1.49, and I kept sitting there looking at it like, should I spend that much? But this was one of the 7 or 8 games I got instead of that one that I returned, and I think I made a very good investment here. Oh, that is lovely. And so, you know, it's okay, guys, if you get a little disappointed and a little overwhelmed. We can all kind of think of these idealized versions of the holidays. I know I expect Yule to be kind of like Charles Dickens wrote Christmas Carol, you know, the Ghost of Christmas Present. I always associate him with Dionysus, and I expect to actually get up and find, you know, that kind of thing in my world. Not that I expect Dionysus to come down, but I guess I kind of expect to build up to that. Where with one human being, you could not eat that. You would have to invite 50 people to live with you, but let's try something else. I have not tried jungle. Wait, we were just at jungle. Campfire, rapid stream, waterfall. Oh, let's take you to waterfall because it's different than it was in the ad. Woo! Pretty. I think that's something. One more, I think. This was what I saw in the ad. I thought this was the waterfall. Okay. So we hope you guys enjoyed that. It is totally okay to be going crazy. Let me put something a little more quiet on. Oop. There. Hopefully you can hear me over this, I don't know. But it's totally okay to need your private time, and that was kind of the thing. Take time for you. Take you time, take mental health time. It's totally okay. These are kind of fun though, aren't they? And I find I relax. And I find it easier to record sometimes doing this. I don't know about you guys, but sometimes I get tired of looking into the camera. I can't imagine what it's like on your end, but sometimes I'm like, you know what? This is kind of nice because it kind of frees my mind. I relax. There's no pressure. There's just looping animation. So, if you guys have liked what you've seen, like, comment, and subscribe. Oh man, I could just record like an hour loop of this and put it up for you. I'm not going to copyright claims and blah blah blah, but this is really super relaxing, and I was kind of actually, believe it or not, looking for something with car sounds in it to meditate with. So follow your dreams, people. We will see you later. Bye bye.